What did you just say, sir?
It's all right.
You're like your father. You can see them too, can't you?
My father. What did he think he saw?
It ain't my place to say, sir. But
Go on.
Begging your pardon, sir. You should go. This place, it drove your father mad.
Drove him? Did he say what or whom he saw?
I'm sure I don't know, sir.
Best not push her too hard. She's scared enough of me already. I've been babbling in my sleep since I was a child. It's nothing to worry about. Poor girl is scared out of her wits.
Of course, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
It's Ailsa, sir. Ailsa Crannan. Oh, and Master Andrew asks if you would join him in the library. After breakfast, of course.
Thank you, Miss Crannan. Get a hold of yourself, David. Were these apparitions what drove my father from the castle when he was young? Were they what drew him back? He must have found something in the family chronicles he spoke of. Nobody else saw the boy or the old man who looked like my grandfather Edward. But it felt real, more even than the daydreams that plagued my childhood. I don't remember ever seeing that boy. A faded memory, perhaps? As far as I know, I've never been to this castle before. Elsa knows more than she wants to tell me.
Aye, and once you're done in the kitchen, go and clean up the cellar. The spiders have made a nest down there. A big one, too. They're crawling everywhere. Master David, nice of you to grace us with your presence.
I appreciate your patience.
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black pudding, haggis, scrambled eggs with deer brain, and bacon. I shot the deer myself, in the local woods.
Mother was never a fan of dishes made from entrails. In this case, she'd be missing out. That was delicious. Thank you.
I'm sure our local specialities must seem peculiar to one raised as you were.
I was raised in India. My spectrum of peculiar has quite a range.
Yes, Master David?
You've worked for the family all your life?
Yes, Master David. Save my time serving in Swaziland.
You served in South Africa?
Oh, indeed, sir. During the Boer War. But Sir Edward intervened and I was able to return unharmed from that most futile conflict.
May I ask, the maid, she seems nervous, almost afraid of me.
She's afraid of everything.
You don't think much of her?
I do not, sir. And, if I may be so bold, one of Lady Gordon's earrings has gone missing.
You suspect the maid?
Not my place to say, Master David.
Yet I think you just did say. If I gave him the earring, he'd use it as an excuse to torment the maid. Not that I'd ever gain his trust. He's clearly loyal to Lady Margaret. How many staff are there?
Nowadays, only myself, the maid, and Rory the gardener. I suppose you could include the lawyer, too, if that is work.
Not many for such a big house.
If you felt like hiring more staff, I would not complain, sir. But of course, not everyone is suited to work in this house.
Well, good day to you.
Indeed, sir.
Elsa knows more about my father than she dares tell me. I'd better earn her trust now. She might return to the village once the weather clears.
David, apologies for not being here to greet you. As the telephone in the castle is not working due to the recent storm, I have had to journey to the village to communicate with my office. Upon my return, I shall show you to the chapel where you can pay your respects to your father. Yours, Andrew Harrison.
Or maybe I'll just head to the chapel myself, just as soon as the weather clears. It's labeled Mallory. Perhaps another client of Mr. Harrison. It's labeled Mallory. Perhaps another client of Mr. Harrison. It's working. Has it been repaired? Or did Andrew lie to me? Smoking a pipe? I thought that would be beneath her station. Lady Margaret.
David?
May I first apologize for my strange behavior last night? It's just that...
Think nothing of it. You are obviously tired from your travels. Least said, soonest mended.
I don't want to give her another reason to think me mad. This may seem like an unusual question.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, dear boy.
Have I ever been here before? Is it possible I visited as a child and can no longer remember?
Oh no, you are a stranger to these walls.
And I have a feeling you prefer it stayed that way. What kind of man was my grandfather?
Oh, he was magnificent. He was handsome, so handsome, and caring.
Caring enough to knock a defenseless child down the stairs.
All was so very different when he was around.
The maid. She seemed to be acting strangely, like she was frightened of me.
Yes, well, she's a simple sort, that one. She has probably heard of the curse of the Gordons the locals like to whisper about.
Curse? What curse?
Just a peasant superstition. I would guess she was worried you'd show the same displays of unpredictable violence as your father did.
I never knew my father to be the violent type.
Oh, there are many things you do not know about your father. This is his doing.
What? But how?
I'd rather not discuss it, David. And that maid should really keep her mouth shut and locate the earring she lost. She's like a magpie with shiny, expensive things.
I could give it to her, and she'd still never tell me anything useful about my father or the secrets of this place. But the maid? I could use this to earn her trust. I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes. Oh, and David, the master of the house needs to respect the privacy of those under his roof. Even your father understood that. Sometimes a cabinet is locked for a reason.
A cabinet? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about it.
I see. Never mind, then.
Maybe you want to have something to ask her about. Contrary to everything I've learned so far about Grandfather Edward, Lady Margaret still worships him.